What's happening? This is going to be a short Facebook Live today. A friend of mine asked me this morning, how do I take like all of the attacks and just all of the shit that I go through from day to day? And I told him perspective. And I actually learned this from my mentor, Mr. Moody. He owns Moody Construction in Atlanta. And I asked him one time, I was like, Mr. Moody, how do you take all the stuff that you do? And he said, because I make a choice when I wake up in the morning to be happy. He said, I make that choice. So then I started thinking about that even more. I was like, yo, and I just want to say it the way that I want to say it, although I don't like the word. Most of the stuff I go through are rich nigga problems. You know what I'm saying? They're not real problems. Like, can you eat? Do you have a safe place to sleep? Do you have clean water? Like, those are the things that matter, not the shit that we be going through. That's bullshit, you know. Actually, even to be American, you know, I've traveled to third world countries, and I've had an opportunity to see real problems. I've had an opportunity to see real suffering. So, like, I do get emotional about some things. Like, I give you an example. The things that sort of hurt my feelings a little bit is when we do it to ourselves. You know, y'all hear me harping about that all the time. When it's our radio stations, when it's our publications, when it's us talking about us, then we can't really get to the real problems. But I started realizing that most of them motherfuckers are ran by our enemy too. You know, whether it's Viacom or whoever else it may end up being, like we don't own most of this shit. So a lot of these people are being ran like puppets. So that's starting to not bother me anymore either. So just think about, you know, what you have. You know, think about the fact that you have a home, and think about the fact that, you know, if somebody did die that was close to you, at least you had somebody in your life that meant something. So start keeping things in perspective, and don't let people move you. You know, the other thing that bothers me is that, you know, sometimes we're controlled by stuff that we know is false. We know CNN be pumping out bullshit. We know that Fox be pumping out bullshit, you know, and they say something about our people and we just follow that shit like sheep. You know, like, that's the thing that bothers me. Is like, we know they do the same shit over and over again, but we, you know, like blind ass puppets, we just keep harping on shit that they feed us, you know. But for the most part, y'all, like, I'm from Mississippi. You know, I've had to do, I remember when I was in college, I didn't have a bed to sleep on. So I used to pile all my clothes in the middle of the floor and sleep on my clothes, and then get up, shake the clothes out, and iron the clothes. Like, literally pick my clothes out of the pile that I was going to wear to school. And most people didn't even know I was suffering like that, you know. But things ended up always being all right. The last thing that I want to tell y'all before I go is that I used to always wonder, like, why haven't I, you know, gotten to the point that I want to get as an artist? Like, I used to always be like, I know I'm better than this person. I know I'm better than that person. I do my own beats. You know, I can produce platinum beats for other people. But then I realized that I believe the Most High, again, was keeping me in perspective. Like, some people have lost, like, they're not there anymore. You know, I was talking to Big Crit about this. Like, bro, we still here. We're still in tune and in touch, you know, with life. So maybe me not reaching that level of fame that I thought that I wanted. Maybe, you know, God was keeping enough life in my eyes, enough passion and love for my people, so that when we did come to this point that we are right now, that I would be awake. So I'm grateful. So keep everything in perspective. Y'all see this hair? Go pre-order the God box so I can go and put that shit out, y'all. I love y'all. Jasmine, I'm Facebooking now. So what you got to say now?